Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Dr. John Delony with Ramsey Network. So I got a special video today, and it's a special request from a family member. They asked me to talk about the psychology of road rage. Not that they struggle with it or anything. So let's set the stage. You are in the car and you are driving. You're going 75 miles down the highway. You're going 5 over the speed limit because you're one of these noble folks that only cheats a little bit. Or you're dropping off your little kid at school. You're waiting in that god-awful, soulless line of people waiting to drop little Timmy or little Susie or little whoever off in front of the school, right? And somebody cuts you off and you instantly wave at them with all but one finger, right? You give them the bird. Or you lay on the horn forever, one of those extended horn honkers, so annoying, just. Or you're in your little car or your F-150, you think you're all tough and somebody cuts you off and you zoom up behind him and you get this close to him and you just follow him around because you think that makes you feel tough and hardcore and I'll show them. It's so lame, dude. If they hit the brakes, the only person getting hurt in that deal is your idiotic self, but whatever. Or somebody cuts you off, they cut in front of you, right? And you grip your wheel so tight, you clench your teeth. How many of you have kids that have learned new words simply by being in the car with you while you drive? Or if you're in Texas or Tennessee and you're driving and somebody cuts you off and you just start thinking, I'm gonna get my gun, pew, 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 right? I'm a card carrying whatever, like, we're not gonna take it anymore. Like, seriously, right? So here's the deal. If you're driving and somebody cuts you off, if you're going down the highway and someone blows by you at 100 miles an hour, if you're waiting in line at Sonic and somebody scoots right in front of you and gets into your parking spot, you are suddenly faced with two cosmic truths. The first truth is that you are not the center of the universe. And the second truth, and this one hurts, you are in control of basically nothing. When someone flies by you, they cut you off, they cut in line, you feel small, you feel lame, you feel out of control, powerless. You think, hey, we have order around here and there's rules and I was next and I'm following all of the rules, right? You just feel small. You feel slighted, you feel less than. You feel like, hey, there's a set of rules and if we all played by the same rules, then I would feel good about myself. And in these little moments, at 75 miles an hour, at 100 miles an hour, or 3 miles an hour in the Chick-fil-A parking lot, the cosmos rears its ugly head. And you realize that you have outsourced your personal, spiritual, and emotional validation, this idea of worthiness and dignity, to how other people think about you. You have outsourced the way you feel to other people's behavior. And this is totally disorienting when you experience it. It can unwind you instantly. And you realize that your human default setting is not set to look for ways people are supporting you and caring for you and putting good out in the world. You realize that you are actively scanning your environment all the time for yet another way you're getting screwed, right? And if you spend your time looking for places where people aren't being nice, where people aren't treating you the way you think you should be treated, where people are screwing you over, you will always, always see it. You'll always find it, right? And so to remedy this disorientation, what do? We get into their heads and we decide from the throne of our cars why they just did what they did. Psychologists call this fundamental attribution error. That's us playing God. That's us getting inside somebody else's head and deciding why they are driving so fast. Deciding why they just cut in line in front of us at the child drop-off line or in the fast food restaurant. And on the road, it usually goes something like this. I'm driving 75 miles an hour, which is just a little bit against the law, just 5 miles an hour over, because I'm a good person, I'm a moral person, I like to help others, and I'm just better than most other people. And when somebody blows by you at 100 miles an hour, you get into their head and you think you're driving fast because you're evil and you suck and you're a box of goat turds. You're the worst, right? You're deciding while they're speeding. And this fundamental attribution error, this spending time in other people's head is such a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of your soul. It's stupid. And on its face, it doesn't solve anything. This remedy, this blaming somebody else, this acknowledging why somebody else is doing something, you're just deciding for them, it doesn't solve anything. And then you get to the truth. And the truth is, no matter how much you work out, no matter how many cool tough guy movies you watch, no matter how many degrees you have, how smart you are, how safe you are, how big your car is, how little your car is, all of it. The truth is, you control very, very little. Almost nothing. In fact, the only two things on planet Earth that you control are your thoughts and your actions. That's it. That's it. And when you're driving and somebody cuts you off, you are faced with that stark reality instantly. David Foster Wallace talks about this poetically in his famous speech, This is Water. It's a graduation speech he gave to Kenyon College. If you haven't heard it, as soon as this video is over, Google it. It's incredible, right? But in this speech, he calls out this critical idea that we get to choose what we think. And I love it. He does a great job of explaining this. And so here's what I want you to do. The next time you're driving and somebody cuts you off, they get too close to you, they're texting and driving, you can assume that they're a total butt face, that they're the worst, they're an idiot, right? You can assume that, or you can choose to put some positive energy out into the universe, to drop a quick prayer. You can assume, man, I bet he's going to pick up his daughter from a pretty dangerous situation. Hope he gets there safely. You can choose to think, man, he may be on the way to the emergency room and he's got a sick kid in the back of the car. I hope they get there okay. You get to pick. He's an idiot, he's a jerk, he's a scumbag, or he's really got to get to wherever he's going. Maybe he's just got rocket diarrhea and he doesn't want to get embarrassed, right? Let's give him that one. Or maybe if a driver gets too close to you and they flip you off, maybe they're coming from a hard work conversation. They're about to lose their job. They're completely frazzled and they chose you to take it out on. You get to decide whether you absorb it and you say, I hope you have a better day, man. I'm gonna throw out a quick prayer for you. Or that you're gonna act like a 5-year-old. You're gonna act like a child. If somebody flips you off in traffic, just choose to let it go, like a vapor. What's it actually doing to you? You get to choose to work towards making empathy your default setting, to choose to thinking the best about people's intentions and their behaviors, and not carrying around this spiky, poisonous baggage of always assuming everybody's going through their day, trying to find ways to make your life worse. The reality is, most people aren't even thinking about you. Work towards making empathy your default setting, not victimhood, not frustration, not anger. You can be right, or you can just choose to enjoy your life. You can grip the steering wheel, make your blood pressure go up, grind your teeth down, smash the dashboard. But it's kind of like punching yourself in the face and hoping it breaks their nose. It doesn't change their life at all. At the end of the day, road rage is dumb, it's stupid, it's idiotic. It solves nothing. It just makes your day worse. So choose joy, choose laughter, choose to let it go. Choose productive thoughts. Practice this. Over time, you will change your default setting to one of peace, one of letting things roll off, one of smiling wherever it is that you go. Choose to send people positive thoughts. Choose to pray for somebody who cut you off. Choose to give somebody the A-OK, hope things are okay when they go flying by. They probably need the positive thoughts too. This is Dr. John Delony with the Ramsey Network. Hit the subscribe button if you know of road ragers or you know of people who just do this all day. Send this video to them. Give them a light. They need one, right? And if you have any other questions, if you've got a special video you want me to do, email me at askjohn@ramseysolutions.com. Have a great week. Be kind, and I'll talk to you soon.